Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for this week. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you, and happy Monday to you. And I hope that Monday was kind to you. I hope it didn't push you down. I hope you didn't let it push you down. I hope you kept your boundaries. I am here to do the sneak peek for the week. What the heck is this, Elsie? I just logged in here. What is going on? So this is a reading that I do every Monday or Tuesday, and it is for the next 7 days. So whenever you find it, my friend, whether that's today, tomorrow, or next year, it's always going to be for the next 7 days. This is the sneak peek for this week. So I read everywhere from the Aries sign to the Pisces. I go through the whole zodiac. I've marked everything down below in the description, so you can find what you need just by scrolling this video. But I'm going to ask you to please stop watching tarot for just your sun sign. If you intend on getting any information at all, you're not getting anything by just using your sun sign as the guide. That is your personality, and you already know that. So please go find a natal chart. They're free all over the internet, and you don't even need your time of birth to get a loosey-goosey idea of what your moon and your rising are. Come back and watch for those particular signs, and it will make a bigger, rounder picture for you, my friend. If you are interested in a private read, please know I got all kinds of room over at Wizio, so I am caught up. I'm on a 10-day turnaround time. If you're interested in a private read, please go there. I will put this information, I will pin it below this video, so you have the link to go over to Wizio. Readings there begin at $40. All right, here we go. We're starting with Aries. Look. We got to start making room, y'all. Aries is coming through the door in a few days, right? We are the, I think we're the 18th or the 19th as I throw these cards. So we've got about 3 days. And then Aries is coming in to lead us into a new zodiacal year here, a new astrological year. All right, Aries, here we go. Let's tell you what's coming up for this week. Sneak peek for this week for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Here we go. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What's coming up this week for Aries placements, please? What is coming up this week for Aries? We are starting off the week with you getting out of your head. I like it. All right, I like it. So we've got the Nine of Swords that's in the reverse, my friend. You have finally conquered the worry. You are now getting better sleep. You're feeling a little more rested. You've decided that it's time to stop worrying about things that are out of your control. Look, if you can't control it, if there's not a damn thing that you can do to control the situation, you got to let it go. And that's what you did here. I feel like you're giving it up to the universe. You're going to stop worrying, looking too far into the past, and looking too far into the future. Look, looking too far into the future makes you anxious. Looking too far into the past can make you sad. Those are the only two places where you can't change a damn thing, the past and the future. All you got is the present moment, and I think you've realized that. Tell me more of what's coming up for Aries, please. Aries, for this sneak peek for this week, please tell me about Aries. We do have the Four of Cups. So I feel like you may have been stuck there for a little bit in that Nine of Swords energy. I feel like it's become a redundant place for you. You're a little bit bored. It's time to get out and maybe see people, have a little bit of fun. Look, she's looking down at those 3 cups like, I really miss the fun times. I miss when I was a little less burdened, right? Burdened by this thought pattern here. Tell me what else we have here for Aries. We do have the Two of Swords. So I feel like what you're going to do is you're going to have higher boundaries. You're going to put up your boundaries, and you're going to make sure that nobody steps over those boundaries unless you want them to. I feel like you're scared to get hurt, but aren't we all, right? We're all scared to get hurt. But really, what is it? If you get hurt, what is it? It's healing, right? You've gone through healing 1,000 times. I feel like you do really want to release this Two of Swords here. I think you want to get out of this stuck energy, and I think you will. The full moon that's in the background here tells me that you want to release something here. Also, I feel like there is a situation that you were failing to see for what it really was here, and that's why the Two Swords are crossed in front of you here, because you really sort of had a premonition or a psychic energy of, I'm going to get hurt. I got to protect myself. We've got the Ten of Cups. We've got the Page of Cups. And we have the Tower in the reverse. Okay. So Aries, I feel like this week you're trying to sidestep the Tower, my friend. You know that there is something under the surface here. Seven of Swords. You know that there is something under the surface here that you really need to figure out. It feels like your intuition is on high. And I think that you know that there is something that's being concealed from you, or someone is not necessarily telling you the whole truth. That's not necessarily a lie. Some people keep things under the surface because they don't want other people to see their stuff, right? Their dirty stuff. And I get it. I totally get it. But I do feel that you already know this, that your intuition is on high, and you already know that there is something under the surface here. I feel like you've been sidestepping the Tower here as it pertains to the 10 Cups. And the 10 Cups, of course, is ultimate happiness. It could be a relationship. It could be a family situation. It does feel to me like you've become bored with this 10 of Cups. And I'm looking at this 10 of Cups as sort of a maybe you've got everybody living under one roof. Maybe you're living with somebody. Maybe you've taken this energy to the next level. That's what it feels like. I feel like you're not worrying about it anymore, but I feel like you've become bored with the 10 Cups. And I feel like when you saw it at a distance, it looked like you wanted it, but now that it's up close, it's a little bit boring. But now you don't know how to get out of it. And that's why I think you're trying to sidestep the Tower. Look, you can only hold things together for so long before the Tower decides to come down. The universe brings you this Tower because you are in a situation right now that it's an illusion. It's an illusion that you have created, Aries. It's something that you think is working for you. You're showing everybody your Facebook face. Yeah, I'm happy. Look, I've got 10 Cups. But I feel like you've been worrying about that for a while, and you're actually scared that you're going to get hurt in this situation. So I feel like there is the Page of Cups is here as I want to say that it's an indication that you need to really look deeper at the situation and realize what's right in front of you. And I don't think you can see what's right in front of you because we do have somebody with their eyes covered, and we also have somebody here who is being surprised by something. So it does feel like you are trying to sidestep the Tower. You're trying to avoid some sort of disaster, and you think that you can do that by hiding behind the 2 swords here. I feel like the Tower is going to surprise you. That's the thing. I feel like this is coming to the surface, and I feel like the Tower is about to surprise you. Could be this week. It could be another week. Who knows? But let's take a look at it here. Tell me about the 4 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, please. It gives us the Devil. Look, something is going on that you know about, that you have not been addressing, that you're trying to sidestep the Tower. The Devil is here. You have doubt the 10 of Cups is going to work. You have maybe fear. Maybe the person you're with is codependent. Maybe the person you're with has an addiction. And it doesn't have to be an addiction to a substance. It could be buying too many shoes, buying too many purses. Maybe it's something that they do. Maybe they eat out too often. It feels like there is somebody here who is doing something obsessively that's hurting them. And I don't think it's you. I think it's somebody who is in some sort of a connection with you. Tell me more about the Devil energy, please, for Aries. We do have the World. It's got to stop, Aries. It's got to stop. Tell me about the World. We've got the 5 of Swords because you keep arguing about it. I feel like there's something here that you keep bringing up, Aries, and it's something that somebody doesn't want to talk about that's in your environment. So whether it's a friend, a lover, a family member, I don't care what it is, it seems like it's going on within the family. So this could be your relationship. This could be your relationship to mom, dad, sister, brother. Could be a friend relationship. Take it as it resonates. But you know that there is some Devil energy here. You know that there's something here that's obsessive. It's an obsessive purchase, an obsessive buying. Somebody's doing something to an excess in their life over and over, and you know it needs to stop. It could be somebody who is arguing, who starts arguments, and it could be somebody who's starting arguments because they want to gain control over you, but nobody gains control over the Emperor. Nobody gains control over the Emperor. The Emperor is the one who's ultimately in control. So I do feel that with this energy here that we do have, some conflicts and disagreements because you're like, we've got to stop this, or you've got to stop this. You've got to stop this obsessiveness here. Whatever this is here, that isn't good, by the way. The World card is here. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and then we have Capricorn energy here. It doesn't have to be any one of those signs, but it does feel like what we need to figure out is why we keep needling each other. And it doesn't really feel like an all-out battle to me. It feels like somebody is being hypercritical about you. That's what it feels. It could be somebody who you have in your life as a soulmate, whether that's a friend or a lover. So I feel like it's becoming bored for you. Like you're becoming bored with the whole situation. This person is codependent. They don't know how to be on their own. It's like they're leaning on you for everything. You want to end this. It feels like this is something you're being tested with, Aries. It feels like with the World card here that this is it's like an achievement. It's something that you need to bring full circle finally. I feel like you're an Aries who allows people to be codependent on you. You run in and you save people from their karma, and you're not doing them any good by doing that, Aries. By allowing them to be codependent on you, expecting that they'll close the door, but then when you say, look, you got to stop with this devil energy, and then they start arguing with you about closing the door on that thing. Tell me about the Nine of Swords, because it feels like you're like, you know what, my hands are washed. I'm washing my hands of it. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I'm just going to put a block on it and let that person dig their own grave, whoever they are. Let them do whatever they're going to do, and then when you come to a point where you're done, you'll just tell them that you're done. We do have the Page of Wands here, so I feel like this Nine of Swords is something that you kind of decide like in a moment's notice. Like if it feels like one night you go to sleep troubled, you wake up the next day and you're like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. That's what it feels like. It feels like a spontaneous energy. You're looking at all of this over here, right? This Page of Wands, and it's like, I need a new path. I need a solution, a new path. I need to talk to this person about this. But I feel like every time you bring it up, it ends up in a fight. What you want is karmic justice. This person doesn't want that. They want to stay codependent. They want you to fund whatever it is that they're doing. And you're holding back here. So I feel like with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, you're like, you know what? I'm done talking. I'm not going to say anything anymore. I'm not going to force this person to give me the truth, right? Which is what the Libra energy is about. I'm not going to force this person to do anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say something and then I'm going to leave it. Tell me about the Two of Swords, please. I feel like this decision is, I feel like this is telling me that you're surprised about the Tower falling. And I don't think that you should be here because I feel like you knew that this was coming. Tell me about the Two of Swords. What have you blocked here? We've got the Seven of Pentacles. So it feels like it's blocked your growth. I want to say that it's blocked the way that you nurture this person, whoever they are. Maybe a member of your family, maybe a lover. It's blocked the way you nurture the communication or this Ten of Cups. It blocks the way you treat them in a relationship. Something has changed in your mind. You've decided you're not dealing with it anymore. You're not going to worry about it anymore. We've got the Three of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, and then we've got Temperance in the reverse. So it almost feels like you're fighting a losing battle. I want to say that you're trying to do whatever you can to keep this relationship together. Friendship, loveship, best friend, someone in the family. You're trying to do the best that you can to keep this in line, like to keep it stable and sturdy. But look, you're fighting a losing battle. It's not the moment of alchemy here. It feels like it could be excessive partying. Somebody maybe takes excessive trips or they go out a lot with their friends. If this is a relationship that you're in, it feels like you're in a relationship where somebody is constantly out with the boys or constantly out with the girls, and they're probably doing this obsessively, like they're doing it constantly over and over, and you can see where this is going. It's hurting them spiritually, physically, mentally, and it's killing their motivation. And I think that you're asking this person to stop, and I don't think they want to. So I feel like that's what it is here. So this Tower is about to fall, my friend, and it's going to be a surprise when it does. And maybe not so much of a surprise if you're watching this and this is your reading, but it feels like the Tower's in reverse. You've been sidestepping it, trying to hold up the Tower. You don't want this thing to cave in, but my friend, illusion must come to the ground. So while you might not get this Tower this week, it is coming. And it is going to surprise you. And I don't know why it will, because we can see what's going on here. Tell me about the Tower in reverse. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the High Priestess, and we've got the Hanged Man. So right now you're thinking about it. I don't think you're doing anything this week. I don't think the Tower falls this week, but I do feel that you are in this energy of surrender. You're checking with your gut here. It could be that this person is obsessively spending money, or you keep making the money, they keep spending the money. It could be that. The Queen of Pentacles is here, and I feel like you're ready to settle down. You're ready to be sturdy and stable, save your money, save it for a rainy day, or to invest. I feel like you're really good with money. I feel like you're very generous, and people take advantage of that, Aries. I feel like you're someone who's very generous with other people, and right now you're sitting here trying to look at it from any other possible point of view, but your gut is telling you, the Tower's coming here. And I think it's going to be a surprise when it comes. You don't see it coming, my friend. It's going to cause a break in the action. It's going to cause either you to pull away from someone emotionally or for them to pull away from you. I think you're just delaying the inevitable by not making a decision. It's a lot of indecision here. I feel like the universe is going to force your hand, Aries. Coming up this week, I feel like the universe is going to force your hand. And although you might not get this Tower this week, I feel like it's coming in the very near future. Pisces again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Capricorn, Sagittarius, more Scorpio energy. We do have Leo and Libra, Pisces and Cancer with the moon energy. All right. Taurus. Here we are, Taurus. Let's talk about Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Hello, my bull gang. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. Here we go. Let's find out what's coming up this week. Happy Monday to you, Taurus. What's coming up for the sneak peek for this week for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. I am your bully sister, by the way. I'm a Taurus Sun. Thank you for clicking here. And welcome to all of those of you who have joined just recently. I noticed that over the last few days, we had a bunch of newbies. Nice to see you in the comments. Here we go. Tell me about Taurus. What's coming up this week for Taurus? Taurus, there is some sort of decision or communication, some truth that's coming to you that is going to bring something full circle. There is a milestone that you will reach this week, Taurus, and the milestone is communication. It feels like you are about to be very brutally honest with somebody about how you are feeling in a situation. I think you're about ready to bring this full circle and to close the door on something that has been, I think, heavy on you, weighing heavy on you here. What do we have here? We have the Emperor. You're about to take control of the whole damn situation. You certainly are. It feels like you are embodying the Emperor energy this week. It feels like you are going to be standing in front of somebody, letting them know who's in charge. That you don't get to tell me what you don't get to tell me. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I'm going to let you know exactly what's going on. It feels like you're about to tune someone in here this week, Taurus. It feels like it's in a conversation. I feel like you're keeping your, excuse me, I feel like you're keeping your head about you. I feel like you're sticking to the facts and the honesty, the truth here. You're going to be very transparent about how you feel about something that you're ready to close the door on. And I think you've got the strength to do it because I don't think you need anybody. Honestly, we have the Emperor here. I don't think you need anybody, Taurus. You're really good by yourself. You are the conqueror. You are the one who's got your own stability. You are, practicing world domination here. You are the Emperor. You are the one who is in charge of all of it. And I do feel that you will be cutting someone out this week, possibly verbally. I think that somebody here isn't getting the hint that you've put space between you and them. It's somebody who's trying to leap your boundary. I do see the World card as being a really tight boundary. That's where you're closing the door and you're not taking anyone else's bullcrap, right? So we do have the 10 of Cups. For some of you, it could be a relationship, a love relationship that you're in. For others of you, this could be someone who is family, mother, sister, brother, grandmother, parents. It could be somebody who you see as family, like a best friend you've known since childhood or something like that. It feels like you are going to be really kind and mindful. You're going to be very real about your feelings, but you're going to remain head over heart. I don't think that you're getting feelings involved. What I want to say is that there is somebody here who's like, I don't care if you're my family. You don't get to walk on me like that. You don't get to treat me like that. We've got the 7 of Pentacles here. And the 7 of Pentacles is telling me that as the Emperor, you are picking up those seeds of intention and throwing them in a different direction. That your intention is to stand tall, stand tough, make sure that they get your point and that they don't get past your boundaries. We do have the 9 of Pentacles here because you're good on your own. You're confident, you're making money, your life is good, things are fairly in balance. This is about, you've built it from the ground up. It's like when you were down, Taurus, nobody wanted to help you. When they knew that you were like barely keeping your head above water, nobody was around to help you. So you started building on your own. You got the chutzpah to build it on your own. You built it all the way up to here by yourself. And now somebody's coming walking in telling you what you should do with it. You're like, nah, brah. Nope, that's not the way shit goes around here, because I'm the Emperor. Tell me about the Emperor here. Tell me about the Emperor. We've got the Judgment. There you are. You're making the decision. Look, you don't get to come back around whenever you want to, because I'm closing the door on this stuff here. We do have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the King of Cups. Now, I want to say that this is someone that you have a very deep connection to. So whether they are a friend, a family member, a best friend, maybe it is a love connection, take it as it resonates for you, my friends. But we do have the Knight of Pentacles here, which tells me that you haven't spoken with this person for a very long time, but you've always remained very psychically connected to them, that you've always had a really deep depth of love for them. So this could be a love relationship. It is somebody who kind of just left you on the path alone and said, yeah, Taurus is always resilient. Taurus will figure it out. And I think that after doing some growing and nurturing the self, you turn into the Emperor here, feminine or masculine. Please don't get confused by the pictures, right? We have depictions of men and women here, but I'm not reading body parts. I'm reading energies. So I do believe that you've decided to go down another path. And now somebody is coming back to you and saying, hey, been so long since I saw you, Taurus. And you're like, nah, brah, back up. Back up, because we got something to talk about. Tell me about the King of Swords is here for. Like, I think I'm getting all this energy from the King of Swords saying, no, you don't just get to come in here and do whatever you want and say whatever you want after like a year or more of ignoring me or not talking to me. I feel like you're about to be not rude or arrogant or overly rude to anybody, but you're being really honest. It could be a friend. We do have a Three of Pentacles here. It could be a friend. It could be someone who is a colleague. Maybe you used to work with them. Maybe you work with them now. Maybe you're tuning in somebody at work. But it's the Three of Pentacles. It's about someone you've collaborated with, someone who's been on your team or you've been on their team. You've supported them. They've supported you. And it feels like you need to have a really honest communication, really honest talk with this person. And your intention is always to heal with your words. I feel like you are going to bring some healing words. The King of Swords is going to be honest, but we're going to do it in the kindest way possible, because what you're hoping is that we're going to continue to keep this friendship. I don't know if we will, though. I feel like you will have victory. You will say what you want to say. That's John Mayer, right? Say what you need to say. And that's a song. And I feel like you could be speaking to someone who is Cancer. So Cancer might be coming in and wanting to heal this with you. Maybe you've got this at a friend stage. Maybe it was a friends with benefits thing with them. It could be. But it feels like it could be a situationship. I feel like that you just want to heal it and leave it alone and close the door. So we've got hope of healing here with the star energy. That's Aquarius energy. We've got Cancer. You balancing yourself, speaking your mind, and then racing to the victory of closing the door here. Why is the Emperor closing the door? Because this person has been lying to you and you know it. Your intuition is on point. Why? Because you're showing up here as the Emperor. You are the King of Cups. You're Scorpio. You've got, and if you don't have Scorpio energy, your intuition, your psychic energy is on high. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Pisces and Cancer here, that it's like something is under the surface with this person. They come to you and they say, but you're my person and I love you and I've always loved you. And you're like, yeah, really? Really? Because there's something you're not telling me. How do I know? Because that guy right there is there. That's why you know, and you feel it, right? You feel like with the moon energy, something is not as it seems. So I'm going to say to you to be careful, that if it does feel like somebody here is coming to you to speak with you, it's not as it seems. They see that you're doing really well financially in life. You're confident, you look good, you smell good, you're getting a lot of attention for being, for standing up and being on your own here. And it does feel like this person is coming to you and they're still keeping shit under the surface. Yeah, there's been disconnection. There's been silence. We've got 2 5s here. So this tells me with the 5 of Pentacles that you've been disconnected from this person. It's been worrisome. You tried to keep your back to it here. You've got regrets about the way things worked out in the past, but things ended up being really silent. So I think that this World card is something that you are going to execute with someone that you have love for. I feel like you love this person either romantically, platonically, they're a friend, they're a member of the family, take it as it resonates, but I feel like this is the week that you finally give somebody great clarity and tune them in. You're done. because you thought it over. You're done. No, you can't have my money. No, you can't rock my stability and keep me stuck. Nope, that's not happening. We've got Cancer and Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got Virgo, excuse me, Virgo and Pisces here. Lots of Pisces energy. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got Aries. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Aquarius again, Pisces again. I don't know why, all of a sudden I'm coughing. Excuse me. All right, it's going to be hard to say, I think. I think that's why the throat chakra is failing me here. I think it's going to be hard for you to say, and even if it makes your knees shake, my friend, you got to say it. You got to stop letting people take advantage of you. And I know you're kind and overgiving, but don't let them take advantage of you. Okay, Gemini, this is you. Gemini, thank you so much for all the support you've been showing this platform, and thank you for the newbies who just joined yesterday. I saw that we had some more people join from, if you were watching the Gemini video yesterday, whether you are cross-watching or you are the Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, I see you. Thank you for being in the comments and letting me know that you're here and you're new. Here we go, Gemini. Let's see what's coming up for you. Sneak peek for this week for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini. You know what, Gemini? When you connect to me, these readings are so good, and it feels good. This feels like a good week for you. This feels like a good week for you. Look at that. I wanted to laugh because it feels like something is coming for you that is really exciting. And you might cause it or it might find you, but I feel like both ways, you're the one who's in charge. You're making the decision. Somebody might be coming back around for a second shot with you, Gemini, or maybe you're the one deciding to embark on this new, exciting, fun, creative path, and you're trying it out again for a second time here. So we do have the 10 of Swords, and it feels like that something has to end before this can happen. You're making a decision to end something. Because I feel like you're the one who feels betrayed, or you feel like somebody hurt you, or that they were not honest, and it was like one last knife in the back is all you could take. So it does feel like with the Judgment card here, Virgo and Pisces here, it does feel like you're making a decision to go on some brand new, exciting, passionate path here. I want to say that it is something that you have had a fire burning within you for a long while here. And I think that you've held back until the end of something. So it feels like something has got to end. And I think that you're making the decision to end it, to be honest. We do have the 10 of Cups. So there is something that you're in here. The 10 of Cups to me can be ultimate happiness, absolutely, but it can also be family. It can be a group of people who have mutual love for each other. So to me, that is family, or someone who you see as being a member of the family. It feels like you're going to be breaking away from the family to go on some sort of a path by yourself. And it's going to take dropping all of these burdens in order to do that. I see you ending cycles here. So you're no longer carrying these burdens here. You're no longer carrying the sadness, the betrayal, the hurt. Like, the 10 of Swords is a terrible place to be. It is very painful. It feels terrible. You've been taken advantage of or betrayed by someone you really had a lot of trust with. But please understand that the 10 of Swords is also a release. Now that you've gotten to the end, now that you're over that hump, you've dropped these burdens of somebody jamming that last sword in your back, stabbing you when you weren't, like, not for real, but really hurting you behind your back. And now it's come to the forefront here. We do have 10s, right? Those are ends of cycles. I feel like you're about to not only go on this new path, this new passionate path, but when the 10 of Swords is here, we also know the Ace of Swords is here, because when this something comes to an end, something must begin. Same with the 10 of Wands. It tells me that you've put down these burdens, and that's why you're able to go on this new path here. The 10 of Cups is here. It feels like something has reached its peak or its end, I want to say, and now you need to make a really big decision about what you want to do next. We do have the 3 of Swords. The whole thing was really sad and heartbreaking for you. I'm really sorry, Gemini, if that's you. It does feel like it's really broken you or disappointed you to a point of, I got to end this. I can't do this anymore. We've got cycles that are ending here, right? Tell me what your decision is. Tell me why the Judgment card is here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the 5 of Pentacles, we've got the Temperance card, and we've got the 4 of the Four of Pentacles. Look, I feel like the only way that you feel that you can get any justice or that you can move forward onto some sort of new path is by making a decision about the Five of Pentacles. You need to just disconnect from something or someone. Take it as it resonates for you, but you just need to disconnect. It's the only way that you're going to get your balance. It's the moment of alchemy. You've taken as much as you can take, I feel, from this situation. You've taken as much as you can take. We do have the Four of Pentacles here, which tells me that you're now shut off and shut down. You're not playing anymore. You're making this decision. You're not playing anymore. It does feel like there was something in the Ten of Cups that broke your heart, Gemini. Tell me what this is, please. It's like this happy time came to an end. I do see this as a third party. It could have been because of a third party. And a third party isn't always a person, Gemini. It can be a job, or it can be somebody likes to travel, or it feels like there's something in the middle of a relationship here, and it brought things to an end. We've got the Seven of Cups in the reverse. We've got the Nine of Swords, and we've got the Empress. So I want to say that somebody here has decided to choose the Empress instead. Something here is coming to an end here. We've got the ends of cycles here. Your relationship might be ending because of some sort of betrayal. You have to drop these burdens of your heart being broken here. We do have the Seven of Cups in the reverse, which means I choose you. You're no longer confused about the decision you should make. I feel like I choose you as the Empress. I feel like you're choosing the Empress here after much deliberation, worry, not being able to sleep, thinking about it obsessively. It feels like you're thinking about the Empress from the past and then looking in the future and what could my life be with the Empress. I feel like there is love here. I feel like you have love for this Empress here. We do have Taurus and Libra energy here. We also have Sagittarius energy. We have Virgo and Pisces energy here. Tell me what ended, please. Why do we see all these tens? We have you coming to the ends of cycles. I'm not even going to burden myself with this anymore. It's time for me to head out and do my thing. It was arguments and fights. I feel like it's a really big difference of opinion. It feels like it led to isolation or maybe a little bit of egoic fighting, arguing, and you're not about it anymore. I feel like it's like a disagreement. It's like a fundamental difference or disagreement that you just couldn't get over. You couldn't hop over the barrier here. And then so the Page of Wands is here. Yeah, we had to talk about it. It's time for me to go get what I want. I feel like you are ending something here. And once you end that thing, it does feel like maybe this person here is somebody that you want to communicate with. Look, I feel like you still have feelings for whoever the situation is with here, but I feel like it ends up in the Three of Swords. Nothing ends up good for you here. We're to the ends of cycles here, and it feels like there's nothing going on that's good for you here anymore. I feel like with the Page of Wands that you are going to get some really good or exciting information about the Knight of Cups. It feels like you know that there still is a romantic depth of love here. But I really do feel that the reason that you're letting go of this current cycle is because of the Five of Swords. You just don't want to fight it anymore. So we do have the Ace of Wands, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Two of Cups. Either you were lying to yourself or someone was lying to you about how deeply they felt for you. Someone was lying to you when they said, I love you. Maybe they just said it to you because you said it to them, or vice versa. Maybe they said it first and you didn't want to say thank you, or you didn't want to get into the conversation because it would cause an argument. And so it does feel like with the King of Cups and the Two of Cups here, there's a really deep love here. But it does feel like with the Seven of Swords, it's either being held under the surface, somebody is not being honest with themselves, or it's being concealed. And maybe you said I love you to someone and someone didn't say it back. But it feels like you have a really deep, you're emotionally aware, emotionally intelligent, emotionally available with your cup here. And I feel like you take this person out and maybe you say I love you or ask them to marry you, and somebody leaves it here. They just leave it under the surface. They don't answer you. They don't say anything. They're keeping it under the surface. And I think that was the last straw. That's what it feels like. It was the last straw. That somebody's having a hard time telling you they love you back. Why is the Three of Swords here? Yeah, there it is, my friend. We need to heal this thing because we need to get on the road. We need to get on with it. I need to close the door. I feel like this is a lesson for you that you're learning, that this is the end of the chapter with this person. The end of the chapter, the last card in the major arcana, you're closing the door. It's time for you to bring this thing full circle here and try and heal from it so you can have some type of new beginning. We do have Aries here. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. I said Pisces, Virgo. We do have Libra and Taurus here. We have Sagittarius. Again, Aries. Yeah. I'm just going to leave it right there. Gemini, you need to make a decision to close some sort of a cycle that's not been working for you for a while. Like, we see a lot of tens. So it's not like it's like yesterday it was bad, now today I'm going to break up. It was like it's going on for a while. It keeps going, like you keep getting out of cycles. You notice the pattern, you notice the cycle, and you're like, I'm not doing that again. And then before you know it, you're at the 10. Shit, I did it again. That's what it looks like. Oops, I did it again, right? All right. Cancer, this is you. How are you, Cancer? I noticed yesterday that there's a few new Cancer people, or people who are cross-watching Cancers, coming in on that Cancer bonus. I'll put up at the end of, I was going to say I'll put it up at the end of this video, but the end of this video is Pisces, so maybe I won't add it here. Nonetheless, there is a bonus reading I did for Cancer yesterday, if you haven't seen it yet. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the sneak peek for this week for Cancer. Tell me about the sneak peek for this week for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What's coming up this week for Cancer? We do have the 10 Pentacles. Look, money's good. Money's good. It feels like your pentacle world is on point. Something is about to show itself as an accomplishment, a financial accomplishment. Maybe you've purchased something that you wanted to, or maybe now you have enough money to do that. Buy a house, buy a car. It feels like your business world, if you have a business, is going really well, or if you have applied for some sort of job, maybe a promotion within or a new job. I feel like the new job is going to pay more. We do have the 6 of Cups, and it's going to pay more because you have a lot of history with doing the thing that you do, and I think that you do it well. We do have the Hanged Man here. Yeah, it's something that you're waiting on. You're waiting on this 10 of Pentacles here. And I feel like you're waiting on it, and I want to say that you're very active in the mind about it, that maybe you're spending time on your own, not really talking to people. Maybe you haven't told anybody that you applied for the new job or opened the new business. I feel it's something that you really know really well because of the 6 of Cups. It feels like whatever you do, you learned how to do in your childhood. So whether you're a really good hustler, whether you're a really good marketer, whether, no matter what it is that you do, I feel like it's something that you've done all of your life and it's innate to you. You were born with it. But it feels like there is something here that is about to work out in your favor. With the Hanged Man energy here, it's like you're waiting. You're kind of stuck. You're sort of in a self-sacrificing mode. Oh, I'm not going to get it. Trying to see it from their side. Oh, maybe I'm not the best candidate. I'm going to say you can stop worrying about that right now. The 10 of Pentacles is here. Tell me more about Cancer, please. We do have a Tower. So there is a realization here. A realization that it is yours, I believe. What else do we have here for Cancer? We have a Tower. We have the High Priestess. That is your psychic energy, Cancer. All right, so I think that there's going to be no more worry. I feel like sometime this week you're going to get your answer. And I feel like the answer that you get is something that you knew you were going to get. I think that you always knew it was yours, but you were talking yourself out of it. And you were worrying about it, feeling like, oh, there's no way they're going to pick me. This would be too good to be true if I could get the 10 Pentacles out of something that I really love to do. And so I feel like you're kind of stuck here. Your intuition is telling you, look, it's coming. And you may be ignoring the intuition because it feels like you're a little bit stuck here. You're waiting for somebody to come to you and tell you that it's yours. I feel like the Tower is that. There is something coming here that is about to shake down everything that you've known. Look, it feels like with this 6 of Cups here and the Tower, it feels like you have a realization that everything that you were taught up to here was an absolute lie. That that whatever memories you have, or whatever you know innately, or whoever you thought you were, whoever someone told you who to be, I feel like the Tower comes and shakes all of that down. Some sort of an illusion you had built in your mind about who you were or what you should be doing or the path that you're on is about to be crushed this week. And in the best way, I feel. Because the Tower always comes for change when you've left something on the back burner, or you have a set of beliefs or ideals that just are not serving you. I feel like the Tower shows up as mercy. But it is a realization about maybe how you were raised. Or maybe somebody put something in your head about how you were raised. And don't you dare try do the thing that you want, because you should always have something steady, like the 9 to 5. Everybody said you better stay in school, get a real job. Now don't be a fool. Burn that guitar. You can never be a star. But I can. So that's called Anything. That's the song Anything, and it's by Hedwig. That's what I'm getting right now. There's something that you do that people are like, look, it's not going to work, Cancer. It's not going to work. But you know what? It does work. Tell me about the Tower, please. And it brings in a lot of money. You're taking some sort of you're veering off the path of what somebody taught you. You're taking a risk, Cancer, and it's going to pay out. You're going to worry about it, but it's going to pay out. Tell me about the Tower, please. We've got the Page of Wands, we've got the Ace of Wands, and we have the Strength card in the reverse. So you are, I feel like I'm supposed to tell you, be prepared for the Tower to fall. Everything you knew up to here about what you were taught about who you are and what you're supposed to be is a damn lie. It's an illusion that somebody else built and told you to follow the illusion. It's why I don't like tradition. It's why I don't like religion. Because when you follow somebody else's path, you're never really truly yourself. You're never really truly authentic. So I want to say that you're busting out of it here. We got the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands is looking into the past, and you're like looking at it like, I need another path. I shouldn't follow this path. I'm not going to follow the path of the people that were before me, because maybe they weren't necessarily as successful in their life as they wanted to be. Maybe they left here with regrets. I feel like there's a new path coming up for you here. 2 of Wands. You need to make a decision to find the courage to let the Tower pull down whatever it is that is no longer serving you, my friend. Tell me about the 9 of Swords. What are you worried about here? Because your intuition is telling you the 10 of Pentacles is here, but you're still worried in the 3Ds here. We do have the World. You are reaching some sort of an achievement here, my friend. Some sort of monumental achievement. The World card is here. It's the last card in the Major Arcana, which means you're at the end of a life cycle. It's time to start something brand new. I feel like whatever is coming in the 10 of Pentacles is making you the King of Pentacles, that you are going to be the one who's stable and sturdy, grounded, dependable. I also feel like somebody here, Cancer, really wants to settle down. I feel like you want to find true love, you want to find romance, and you want to settle down. I feel like you're closing the door on something. And so I feel like when you close the door, that's what tells the universe that you're ready for something new, and the Tower falls. And I feel like it's a worrisome Tower, to be honest. I feel like when things are in flux or changing, I think it makes you nervous. Whatever this 10 Pentacles is here, whatever's had you stuck, you will no longer be stuck, my friend. Whatever's had you stuck here in the 5 of Pentacles, in the 2 of Swords, I feel like you are no longer going to be stuck after this Tower falls here. Incoming communication. Why? Something that's been traveling really slowly. You've been waiting on it and worrying about it, carrying burdens. It's going to help you drop your burdens, because this opportunity that you thought you missed, my friend, is still available for you. I think that going into the future, that you were just barely keeping balance, I want to say, because you're feeling in lack. But once this communication comes through and tells you that it's yours and something is about to begin, I feel like you lose this energy of feeling not abundant, that it's not going to work. Like when the Empress shows up in the reverse, it's like, okay, I can stop dreaming about it. It's never going to be mine. I don't feel abundant. I don't feel balanced. I can't really go on my own path. And it feels like that's a lot of this lack stuff that's going on here. Making decisions in the Pentacle world, feeling like you can't, feeling in lack. But look at this. You're going to get a phone call, and it's going to be something pretty amazing. Either it's going to be about love or something that you love. Take it as it resonates. We do have 5 cups here, which tells me that you're in feeling regretful or sad about not getting your abundance. But look, here it is. It's right here. I feel like you are going to be reaching some sort of a milestone. You're closing the gap on something or closing the door on a way that you used to be. And I feel like you're moving forward with a lot more stability. You finally realize the Queen of Swords, which is liberation. I'm liberating myself and I'm getting the heck out of here. This whole situation never worked out for me. It never served me. And so I'm going to take this new opportunity that is about to arrive. Cancer. You're just doing it. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We do have Libra and Taurus here. We also have Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. All right. This is you, Leo. Let's take a look. Leo, this is your sneak peek for this week. What is coming up for you, Leo? Tell me about Leo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What is coming up for Leo this week? Sneak peek for this week for Leo energy. Tell me about Leo. Tell me about Leo. Okay. We have the Son of Cups, who is the Page. Something's about to surprise you, my friend. You're about to be surprised by something here. Oh, wait, no. No, sorry. The Son of Cups is the Knight. This is romance. I'm sorry. The Sun is the Knight. The daughter is the Page. So the Son of Cups is the Knight. We do have the Knight of Cups here. Why is that? Something is coming up that is linked to maybe some sort of self-love, romance, some sort of cup of love here. I feel like you are going to be reaching out to someone. There's the daughter, right? The daughter of Wands is the Page. So it feels like you possibly might be receiving communication, or that you might possibly be thinking about sending romantic communication to somebody here. 2 of Cups. Wow. Okay. So we have 3 cups here, right? One is on this Son of Cups, and then we have 2 cups here. 3 cups. That's reunion, or you want to ask somebody out, or somebody wants to ask you out. It feels like some sort of a social invitation. Can we go out? Can you come over? You want to get together with somebody here, but I think it's for the purpose of telling them about your feelings, telling them how you truly feel about them here. Tell me more about Leo. We've got the Moon. You've been hiding feelings here, Leo. You've been keeping it in the darkness here. You are not telling anybody what your next move is. I want to say that something here is not as it seems. And I feel like the Moon energy here is, yeah, you're not letting anybody see this energy of wanting to send a message and tell somebody about your feelings, maybe as a way to get them out with you here. I think you're going to be really honest. I feel like you've been watching someone here. So the Moon and the Daughter of Swords, who is the Page, tells me that you've been watching someone at night. So maybe while you're laying in bed, scrolling on your phone before you go to sleep, you're watching a particular person, someone that you have a lot of feelings for. You might be looking at their pictures. If they're anywhere accessible online, maybe you're looking at their, the way they're communicating with other people online. You've found a way to watch them. We do have the 5 of Wands. So it's an internal struggle for you. I really feel like you want to show somebody your feelings or tell somebody your feelings, but I think it's more complex than that for you. We do have the 5 of Wands, which is this internal dialogue that nobody wants you, or that you're thinking about things in an adverse way. Like, you want to show this person your feelings, but the reason you're keeping it quiet is because of this negative reel you have going on in your head. Look, we all have it once in a while, right? Some of us don't live there, but I think you're living there right now. I also feel that you think that there is competition for somebody here, that maybe they might be dating someone already, or maybe that other things are keeping them busy. I feel like that's the reason that you're keeping it all quiet. Tell me about the Moon and the 5 of Wands here. There is indecision. You're not sure if you want to do it, so you stay in the darkness. And I feel like you stay out of the way. Yeah, you stay in the darkness here under the energy of the moon, and you just watch. We have the Strength card here. You're holding back. The Strength card is yours, right? That is Leo energy. I feel like you really do want to communicate with this person, but you are holding back. I feel like you feel that if you let it loose, like if you let the lion loose, it's just going to be terrible. Like you're just not going to be able to get the lion back in the cage. That's what it feels like. It feels like you are trying to hold yourself back because you don't think that this is going to work out in a good way for you. But the universe is telling you to go. The Father of Wands is the king, and the king, there's nothing that stands between the king and what they want. Certain death would stand between the king and what they want, and they will even leap the pit of death in order to find what they want. So I feel like you really want to tell this person or move forward toward them, but you are holding back here. We do have the Death card. Yeah. Transformation. Tell me what's ended here. Why is the Death card here? Starting to lose hope. You're starting to lose hope, but I feel like that's going to transform, and it's going to give you the energy of the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is going to go get what they want. The Strength card here tells me that you're holding back in the dark, watching them at night, possibly, and sort of telling yourself that this is never going to work out for you. Well, the Wheel of Fortune is here, my friend. So is the Hierophant, and so is the Chariot. I feel like if you do say something, if something has come to an end here, that maybe you have been in a place where you're not able to offer your cup to anyone else, or maybe you feel a little bored. I feel like right now you're in the cocoon. You're in the cocoon and you are not talking to anyone, not saying anything to anyone. It's something you're obsessively thinking about. And I think the person you're obsessively thinking about is the Empress, who, by the way, is someone who is going to want to have a really long talk with you first before anything goes off here. So the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, and the Chariot tells me that all of this, that, you know, the ways that you're talking badly about yourself, or the ways that you're trying to hold back here, indecision. I feel like what you don't see here under the moon energy is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is saying it's time. It's time for you to change. It's time for you to change your mind. It's time for you to change the way you deal with people that you love. It's time for change. And we do have the Hierophant energy here. This is the lesson. It's time for you to learn the lesson that you must change the way you've done things, the way you've always done them. So if you do things the way you've always done them, you're always going to get what you always got. And I think what you get is feeling lonely, feeling by yourself, feeling like you can't speak up. I feel like the Chariot energy here is telling me that you are keeping feelings under the surface, that's Cancer, but that you want the victory. So you can't have both, my friend. You got to balance these energies, learn this lesson, speak with the higher self, and the universe is saying here, things are going to work out in your favor, but you got to take a leap. You are the one who's got to take a chance of getting your heart broken, who's got to take the leap. Tell me about the Son of Cups. You've got romantic feelings and you do want to ask somebody out, or you do want to communicate with them. And there's the Eight of Swords. You are currently in the cocoon. I feel like you're trying to heal from some type of heartbreak. I feel you have something to say, but you're not ready to say it. And it feels like right now you are in the midst of transformation here. Right? We've got the Death card. And when that butterfly comes out of the cocoon, it's a totally brand new day. So I feel like you need to get out of your head first and stop overthinking stuff. We do have the Temperance in the reverse, and then we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So it feels like you're carrying some burdens that really aren't yours. They may have been placed upon you throughout your life, maybe starting in childhood. We do have the Temperance card in the reverse, and so I want to say that right now is not the time to connect with anybody or contact them. Don't do it this week. I feel like with Temperance in the reverse is telling me no, it's not time. That there is still some balance that you're required to get. You need to let go of these burdens. With the Ten of Wands in the reverse, it gives me a little bit of martyrdom. It's like you feel like you must carry these things, that you tell people, well, after all I've done for you, or it feels like you've got some trauma that you got to take care of, and it feels like you're stuck in your head with that, and it's got you stuck. Temperance is in the reverse. You must turn Temperance in the upright, so it is the moment of alchemy where you can get some healing, but I don't think that that's this week. We do have the Star, who's Aquarius. We do have Scorpio energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. More Leo energy. We've got Cancer, Taurus, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Got Sagittarius energy. and the moon, which is Pisces and Cancer energy. All right, Virgo. Virgo, it's your turn. How are you, my friends? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. Let's find out what's coming up for you. Sneak peek for this week, Virgo. Tell me what's coming up for Virgo, please. For this week, the next 7 days, whenever you get this, today, tomorrow, next year, it's always going to be for the next 7 days. Virgo, let's find out what's coming up for Virgo this week. Some sort of a lesson that's to be learned. It feels like you are checking in with the higher self, or you have become someone who is spiritually aware. Someone who's aware that they're on their own path. And if people want to follow me, they can follow me. And if they don't want to follow me, that's just fine with me, because I'm stable, I'm good. I have everything that I need, and opportunities keep finding me. I keep building my stability. And for some of you, this King of Pentacles and the Hierophant could indicate that now that you have stability, that you are looking for some type of commitment, possibly, that you're ready for commitment. You're feeling stable, sturdy, grounded, and dependable. Your money is where it should be. It feels like opportunities keep finding you, and maybe it's time for you to settle down into some sort of commitment. Tell me what's coming up with Virgo. Yeah, looks like you're ready to go to the next phase here. So the next phase is like engagement, moving in. We need some stability. How are we going to get that stability? So it feels like you are possibly, there is somebody here. I feel that fits that bill. Let's keep going. It could be a Taurus, it could be a Virgo, it could be a Capricorn. Tell me more about Virgo, please. We do have the Four of Pentacles. We do have the Five of Wands. So there is some hesitation. You're kind of closed off or shut down. Maybe you're not ready for the full-on commitment. I feel like you want to get your pentacles in place first, that there is somebody here that you do want to approach, but you want to have your stability first before you make any commitments, before you get into the next level of anything here. We do have 5 and 4, which is 9. We have 9 wands, which is the wounded warrior. So I want to say that you're almost there. You're almost there to the place of stability, or enough stability that you can offer it to someone. But right now, the Four of Pentacles is telling me that you are kind of in the midst of building your empire, because 4 and 1 is 5, and it does indicate a little bit of lack. So maybe even though your finances are going well, you still have a little bit of lack. And so that's why you haven't spoken about the commitment yet. You haven't spoken about it. The Four of Pentacles is like, I'm holding on to it, but I haven't spoken about it yet, because this is closed off, shut down. You know, I'm not sharing anything with you. We do have the Ace of Cups, but it's there. So I feel like you're hesitating, or you're in indecision about offering the Ace of Cups to someone and going to the next level here, Virgo. I feel like you want to. I feel like the universe is telling you that it's time. We do have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is about change. I feel like there are some things that need to change here first before you're going to be able to get into a full-on commitment. What needs to change is your healing, your hope, your balance. I feel like with the Strength card, yeah, it's like you're holding back still. You're not really completely and totally ready for this commitment, because you're still holding back just a little bit. You're in an internal tug and pull. What do I do? I'm not really sure when I should offer the cup, or if I should. Do I have enough stability in the pentacle world to do that? Tell me about the Hierophant and the Four of Wands, please. We do have the Nine of Pentacles, so you are single. The thing is I feel like you've built yourself to the King of Pentacles all alone. I feel like you haven't had any help. This is, you know, you're doing really well. You're feeling very confident about the place you're at right now in your life, Virgo, and you don't want to rock that. It feels like you feel that if you bring somebody else in on this really stable life, that it could give it some instability. I don't know that it will, because the fours are all about stability. So as long as you pick someone who's also stable in their life, it feels like you can go forward and not be worried about it. Now, this 5 and 4 is 9. That is the wounded warrior. And now we have the wounded warrior in the reverse. So it tells me that first you need to put down some of these burdens that you have of somebody is not going to want you, I feel like you are moving, like stepping forward with your pentacle foot, which means I want to show them everything I have. I have the house, I have the car, but I feel like behind all of those pentacles is a person who just doesn't want to be hurt again, who's exhausted from being taken advantage of in love. King of Cups is here. And I feel like you do have a really deep intuition, like a psychic intuition. We have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy here. I feel like you are standing there with the cup, right? The cup is here. There's two. I feel like you're in love with somebody, but you're really hesitating. Tell me why the Five of Wands is here. Why are you hesitating with the Ace of Cups? Because you're barely in balance. It feels like you are very busy in your life, juggling a lot of things. Maybe you're juggling people that you're dating. Maybe you haven't made a complete decision. You know that you want some sort of commitment with a soulmate here. Queen of Cups just showed up, but it feels like you are juggling people. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, Virgo. What I mean is maybe you're dating. You're just trying to date this one and date that one. And what do I want? And when am I going to find my soulmate? I feel like you're not going to move forward at all until you make a big decision. Yeah, you need to make a big decision about which one is your soulmate. And to do that, you need to listen to your intuition. We do have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups here. So whether you're the feminine or the masculine, it got you covered. I tend to think that maybe I'm speaking to someone who is a masculine leaning energy, but also has enough feminine energy to not be like critically masculine or be a toxic masculine. I feel like you're really balanced in your energy. And I feel like there's a big decision coming up for you here, my friend, that's going to change the trajectory of your life. When you decide to lay something to rest and then go on with the next thing and resurrect something, I feel like you are looking for a commitment, and you are needing to have some movement here in order to bust through this Five of Cups. I feel like you're moving away from the Five of Cups. Your gut is telling you it's time. The gut is telling you that it's time, but you're keeping this Four of Cups under. Yeah, you're keeping the Four of Cups under wraps. Like you're not telling anybody, or sorry, this Ace of Cups, you're keeping it under wraps. We have the Strength card, you're holding back. The Six of Wands, that you've been through a lot, and you need to be sure that this person isn't going to hurt you again. The King of Wands tells me that you are the person who is going to do the pursuing, that you are the one who will step forward here. We do have the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups. The only one we're missing is the King of Swords. You need to find a way to voice yourself. You need to be honest. You need to say something in order for any of this to be able to go off here. So we do have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have more Leo energy. We have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Pisces, Virgo, more Pisces energy. Yeah, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. Libra, it's you. Let's find out what's going on with you, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up for Libra this week. Sneak peek for this week. For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Thank you if you're cross-watching, Libra. Here we go. Tell me what's coming up this week for Libra. Where do we start this week for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. We do have the High Priestess is in the reverse. It feels like you are going to come out of hiding, start communicating. It's time for you to stop being silent about something, Libra. Tell me what's going on here. We do have the Three of Cups in the reverse. And we do have the Hermit. Okay, so you really were sort of hunkered down in this energy of quietness, trying to find your wisdom, trying to find your light. I feel like you will be coming out of hermit mode, or you will be reconnecting to people or a situation or somebody here, but I feel like no more secrets. No more secrets. There is some sort of a secret that is coming out with the Three of Cups in the reverse. And when the Three of Cups is in the reverse, the first thing I hear Charlie say is, this is no fun anymore. Because when the Three of Cups is in the upright, it's all about celebration and fun and being with people and, drinks overflowing and being social. I feel like you haven't been social. I feel like you've been in hermit mode because it's not fun anymore. But it feels like you're about to bring something into the light of day here. It feels like you're about to break your silence, or someone's about to break their silence with you. We do have the Two of Wands. We have the Six of Cups. So you're making a decision based on memories, based on time in or memories that you have with someone here. You are making some sort of a decision to expand, to travel, to have some sort of an adventure. When I see this card, it always, I always hear Linda Ronstadt in my head. For those of you, you know who you know, right? If you're around my age, somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight, it's like somewhere out there, out where dreams come true. So it almost like, one of the things she says in that song is that we are looking at the same moon under the same bright stars. So I feel like you are about to break the silence with someone that you haven't spoken with. And the Two of Wands tells me that it is a decision for you to expand, and it feels terrifying. I'm just going to say it feels scary because the Hermit is here, and I think that's your comfort zone. I think that's where you're comfortable. I think you're incredibly intelligent because you've been in Hermit mode for a while, Virgo energy, going over yourself, going over the situation, going over these memories. You can't stop thinking about what went on. Something here broke, or it was no fun anymore, or we stopped having fun with each other, and it feels like it fell into silence, but it feels like you're about to take some sort of a risk, I want to say, to break the silence here with somebody. We do have the Chariot, and the Chariot energy is about moving towards some sort of a victory here. This particular Chariot tells me for you to hurry up and wait. Like, do it when it's the right time. Don't go charging in and make snap decisions. The Chariot energy is also Cancer, and for me, feelings are under the surface when I see the Chariot. It's like, I'm not really going to tell you how I'm feeling. I'm going to keep my feelings under the surface, but it feels like you are deep in thought about somebody that you wish to reconnect to. I feel like you just want to race to them. That's what it feels like. You just want to race. Tell me what the Three of Cups is here. Why do we have the Three of Cups in the reverse, please? We do have the Eight of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Five of Swords. All right. So it feels like there was some type of disagreement, a conflict of interest, a conflict that brought a disagreement or some sort of a battle. It's like there's two people with personal differences. The way you run your life and the way they run their life is not the same. And you two realize with the Eight of Swords here that we just can't go any further than this. It feels like somebody here started overthinking the situation, and that's why the Three of Cups is in the reverse. This became no fun. We fell into silence. Somebody's overthinking the whole situation. It feels like with the Ace of Wands, somebody is like arguing about going on this brand new path, and maybe someone else didn't answer, right? So there's an argument or a disagreement here. It does feel like it fell into isolation. And I say that because the High Priestess is now in the reverse, but it feels like it was silence or isolation. And somebody is willing or wanting to go on this new path, passionate path here, but it feels like the party might be over. I'm just saying, maybe the party's over. The Three of Cups is in the reverse. The Two of Wands is looking straight at the High Priestess. Somebody knows here that if they're going to make a decision, they've got to break the silence first. It could be with a soulmate, and this soulmate energy here could be anybody. You could have a soulmate friend, brother, sister, mother. It could be a romantic one. Take it as it resonates for you. We have Pisces energy here. We have Aries, Cancer, Virgo. So I feel like you're going to take a step forward here. It feels like you're going to go get what you want because you have deep feelings with somebody here. I want to say that that with the Seven of Wands here, somebody is standing their ground with you. Somebody is standing their ground with you. Look, somebody here is toxic. I don't know who it is, but somebody here, one of you or them, feels like this is a toxic love. It feels like somebody is compassionate and kind and loving until they aren't anymore, and then it gets really terrible. But this could also be codependency. Maybe someone feels you're codependent, or you feel someone else is codependent. And I feel like you do want to break the silence with somebody here. The Queen of Wands is here. I'm going to go get what I want. Somebody's got a bright idea to go get what they want because I'm very much in love with this person. I have lots of feelings for them. I want to help them. Whatever the Queen of Cups is, it's a deep empathy, right? But it does feel like with the Devil here that it's almost like it's done conditionally. So there's a lot of people looking for unconditional love, carrying around a whole bag of conditions. And it feels like somebody here is, whether that's you or them, take it as it resonates, but it feels like conditional love. It feels like somebody wants the passion. It's conditional love. I'm not letting you past a certain point. It's like a codependent love. That's what it feels like here. And somebody here is holding their boundaries, whether that's you or them. Somebody's holding their boundaries against this devil energy here. We've got the Emperor, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Judgment card. So the Six of Cups tells me somebody's got to stand up and take control of the situation, because it's been a long while. Somebody's been holding back, not saying anything, not saying anything to someone, and it feels like it's taken a really long time to make some sort of a decision here, but you are making a decision about the Empress. I feel like for some of you, you are the Empress, because this is Libra and Taurus energy. For others of you, maybe you are going toward the Empress, making a decision to go back round and see the Empress. Tell me about the Chariot. We do have the Eight of Wands, we have the Page of Pentacles, and we have Temperance. I do feel like you want to communicate with them, and I think that you're thinking about maybe just surprising them, going to their place. Page of Pentacles tells me that something is already brewing. You're already putting energy into it. You're already planning something. Temperance is here saying it is the moment of alchemy for you to move forward, and the Eight of Wands is here telling me that there is going to be quick movement. Things are going to start moving quicker, or maybe there's communication that is coming up here. I do feel like you feel like the wounded warrior here, and if this doesn't work this time, you're just going to close the door. It almost feels like somebody here is saying like, well, if this doesn't work, I'm just never going to love again. Yeah. If somebody doesn't give me reciprocity, I'm just never going to love again. So someone's going back around to the Empress. Someone is going to take a second shot with the Empress after maybe a year or more of not speaking. And we do have the Emperor and the Empress here. So I feel like, pick your path here. If whether you're the Empress or the Emperor, feminine or masculine leaning energy, feminine leaning energy, masculine leaning energy. I feel like you have a history with this person and it's been silent for a long while. But I feel like the universe is telling you that it is the moment of alchemy for you to go forward to this soulmate here and speak to someone. Maybe it's a second chance. You're hoping that there is going to be a second chance here. We do have Libra and Taurus energy here. We have Virgo and Pisces. Virgo energy. We've got Aries energy. We've got Sagittarius. We've got Cancer. We've got Capricorn energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got more Pisces energy and Virgo. Take it as it resonates for you, my friend. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, let's figure out what's going on. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is your sneak peek for this week, Scorpio. Tell me what's going on with Scorpio, please. What is coming up for this week? Sneak peek for this week for Scorpio. Tell me about my beautiful psychic friends. Scorpio, I'm a Taurus sun. Scorpio is my opposite, my exact opposite, and oh my gosh, I love me, Scorpio. Yep, they teach me so many things, Scorpio does. Teaches me so many things about myself. Here we go, let's talk about Scorpio. What's coming up this week? All right, we start out with the World card. Let's get a little bit of a crystal here so we can cover up the lady parts, right? Somebody, we want to appease the YouTube gods. All right, so we have the World card, we have the Hanged Man. It feels like you're about to make some sort of a decision, like a milestone decision. Something, you're closing the door on something, or you've achieved it and now you no longer need it. It feels like with the World card being the last card in the Major Arcana series, that is a whole life cycle. It feels like something is actually coming to an end here, but you're taking your time doing it. You're really being very careful. The Piscean energy tells me that you're checking in with your intuition, that you want to get this balance, that you are sacrificing yourself, like giving yourself to the gods and saying, tell me what to do. I'm surrendering to you. You're trying to look at something from the other position, like one that's not yours, not your perception, but maybe a perspective that you weren't aware of before. The Hanged Man energy tells me that you are moving slowly towards closing a chapter here, or coming to some sort of a milestone. And the milestone might be that you are closing a chapter, or that you are getting out of this tree here, that you are getting out of this Hanged Man energy. We do have the Star. We do have the Star. This particular deck, it does have a lot of nudity, but it represents being vulnerable, right? And so I feel like that's what's happening here. I feel like there's a lot of vulnerability going on here, that you are ready to make some sort of a decision to move on, to close the door. And I feel like you're feeling super vulnerable right now. You're hoping that if you close the door that something else is coming next. We do have Aquarius energy here. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Pisces. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. I want to say that you're throwing it all out and starting again. That's what it feels like. You're pouring out all this emotion and you want to begin again, something brand new. You're hoping that something new is coming here. We do have the Three of Cups. So I think what you're moving really slowly towards here is wondering, do I really need this reunion? Should I take this invitation that's coming to me, or will the person I'm giving the invitation to, will they take it? It feels like you're going for one last shot. I want to say that maybe somebody's inviting you out, or you're getting some sort of an invitation to go out and have fun, to be social, to be in the presence of one or more people, water overflowing, emotions overflowing. It feels like it's a fun thing, I want to say. And you might be moving slowly towards this because you're thinking of maybe closing the door on something. Maybe you've been really, stuck here in this Hanged Man energy. You aren't there with anybody. You're there by yourself. So maybe it's time for you to get out there and socialize. After closing the door on something, maybe a relationship, maybe you sold a house, maybe it was a change in your life that you see as something that's come full circle and you're leaving it back there. You don't need it anymore. Could be the end of a relationship for sure. We do have the Eight of Wands. It's time for things to move forward here, my friend. I feel like you should be hopeful. I feel like you should be hopeful because the star is here with the Eight of Wands. And as you move forward and things start to move forward really quickly here, things start to pick up in your life. I think your social life is about to pick up if you allow it, right? If you're the person who wants to be social, I feel like there is an opportunity here for your social life to become a little more fun. You're going to become a little more active, but I think you're just going to be careful. I think you're going to be really careful. The Eight of Swords is here. It feels like, obsessive thoughts about what if it gets out of control? What if it's like a runaway train and it moves too quickly? I feel like you are worried or scared that things aren't going to work out here, but you don't have anything to go back to. You don't have anything to fall back on because I feel like you have close the door on something here. For some of you, might be closing the door on partying. Like maybe you were partying too much. You might be closing the door on partying and it's been a hard decision to make because you feel like if you don't go out amongst people and you're not at the bar, you're not at the restaurant, or you're not, you know what I mean? Some people feel like they're missing out. It's like the fear of missing out, FOMO, right? That if things get out of my clutches, maybe they'll start to move too quickly. I think you're hopeful that you'll have movement here, but I think that you're also kind of stuck in your head about it, hoping, wishing. Now that I've closed the door, what's coming next? Tell me how Scorpio gets out of the Eight of Swords. I think you're overthinking it, my friend, when you get this invitation. We have the High Priestess, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Judgment card. So the very interesting thing here is it feels like once you get out of the Eight of Swords, if you so choose to do that, and heal your mind, right? The Four of Swords is here about healing the mind. We do have the Judgment card here. I feel like making this decision to take this invitation, whatever it is, I don't care what it is, to be social, it feels like you go from being silent to making a decision that changes everything, and everything starts to move forward. It's like you've been stuck and now you're like dislodging yourself. That's what it feels like here. Why have you been stuck? We have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so something terrible happened here. Whoo, we got all kinds of swords. Okay, so the reason that you were in the Hanged Man energy here, I do believe, is because something ended and you had to move on. You had to cut somebody out and something came to a really painful end. So I feel like being in the Hanged Man energy is like, do I even put myself out there again? Should I even bother putting myself out there again? Because I feel like you're getting this invitation and you're kind of struggling as to whether to take it or not. The Two of Wands is here. It's presenting itself to you. This ability to be able to either go on a date, go out with somebody, maybe just a group of friends. Maybe they're just inviting you somewhere, camping, out to the bar or whatever. But it's the Two of Wands, right? You're at the crossroads. And you're like, I really do want to be social, but I'm feeling like I'm just going to get hurt again. We do have the Magician and we have the Ace of Wands. So I think you're going to do it. I think that you will take the invitation. I feel like for some of you, you're still waiting on the invitation. You haven't had it yet. So it might come this week. But with the Magician here, I want to tell you that you're doing good at knowing that you're worthy. I feel like you are also... You have lots of like capabilities, like you're very capable of being in a social situation without maybe jumping into the Ace of Wands. I feel like you do want a new passionate start. Maybe it feels here like you might want to maybe flirt a little bit, but not really get into any sort of relationship. We have the Seven of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Moon energy. So I feel like your worst fear is that somebody is going to look stable from the outside. They're going to look stable. They're going to say, yeah, I have my own money, I have my own business, I do my own thing. But then, maybe they're lying to you. Maybe things aren't exactly as they seem. The Seven of Swords is here. You've been lied to before. So I think that you're just going to keep it undercover. We've got the High Priestess here. Please make sure you're using your intuition. I think that while you're healing, you will be silent here. I feel like the Four of Swords is going to get you out of the Eight of Swords. And I feel like you just need to keep your boundaries high because, I feel like you've been hurt before. And yeah, the Queen of Pentacles looks great. They're the kind of person who's an overgiver, is always gushing on you, giving you presents. But you're scared that that's going to change, that there's something here that you don't see. We do have the Prince of Wands, who is the Knight. Maybe you think this person's a player because you've been played before. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. You have your own stability and you don't want to get it wrapped up in any sort of friends with benefits thing. We have the Hierophant. What you're looking for is commitment. You're not looking for hit it and quit it. You're not looking for a one-night stand. You're looking for fun. You're looking for flirting. I feel like you're going to take this invitation, but remember your worth. Remember you are the magician. This is, you floating the boat, right? You're the captain of the ship. It goes whatever way you say it goes. You're the one that's in control. You're the one that is manifesting all of this. So you can do whatever you want. It's up to you. So I feel like you're worried that it's just going to be the same old with the Judgment card. Something's going to come back around again and you're going to get hurt. And I say to you, use your intuition. Feel it out with your gut. Figure it out, feel it out, and I don't think that there's a whole lot you need to worry about. You just need to learn that no is a full-on sentence, right? When something doesn't feel good in your gut, just say no. That's all. We do have the Moon, who's Pisces and Cancer. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Virgo and Pisces energy. We have the High Priestess, who is Piscean as well. We do have the Ace of Wands, Aries. We have Aries again. We have the World card, which is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Aquarius again. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius with all of this swords energy here. And of course, Pisces, who is the Hanged Man. All right. Sagittarius. This is you, Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about my Saggy crew, my fire family. Sagittarius, I'm a Sagittarius rising. Thank you so much for clicking here. Let's find out what's going on here for Sag this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius this week, please. Sagittarius. Tell me what's coming up this week for Sagittarius, please. Thank you for cross-watching. There you are, Sagittarius. That is Sagittarius for sure. That's the Queen of Wands. So you're standing in your power this week, my friend. You are about to embark on something, whatever you damn well please, to be honest. I feel like you are, excuse me, you are sitting on your throne this week, showing people who you are. Look, everything that came to kill you made you stronger. And I feel like you are showing people who sits on the throne. That's what I feel like. You're like, this is me. Take it or leave it. This is me. We do have the Eight of Cups. Okay. Eight of Cups tells me, you know what? If you don't like who I am, I'm just going to disconnect from your ass. I don't need you, and you don't need me. You know, the thing is I do see the Sagittarius energy as being a little quirky and weird, and I am a little bit quirky and weird. It is in my rising, but when it comes up in the sun, it's the same thing, right? And people who are Sagittarius sun are just beautiful, endearing. This person is someone who makes everybody in the room laugh. If you're in a big room and there's a roar of laughter, chances are in the center of all of that roaring laughter is a Sagittarius or a Leo or maybe both. But I feel like you are like, no, you know what? I'm quirky. I'm a little bit eccentric and I like it that way. I'm sitting on this damn throne. That's what it feels like. And if you don't like the way I am, then I'm just going to disconnect from you emotionally. I don't need anybody telling me who I'm not. I've been through enough. The reason that the Queen sits on this throne here is because she's been forged through fire. She's been through a lot of things. Everything that came to kill her only made her stronger, and she's sitting on the throne in spite of it all. This person is coloring outside the lines. I don't care what you think. I'm going to do my own thing. Yes, because you are the magician. I love it. You have all of, your resources. You are the one with all the talents. You are the person who can move forward regardless of who is backing you. I feel like you're kind of doing this unapologetically, and if people don't want to follow you or cheer you on, you're okay. You'll do it by yourself. You've got the Ace of Wands. You're the master manifester. Whatever you want wants you. You know how to manifest things, and you really don't need people who are going to disconnect from you because they are intimidated by your presence, Sag. They're intimidated by your beauty, your success, your tenacity, your ability to just say, I don't really care what you're thinking. I'm coloring outside the lines today. I feel like the people in your past now, because you've had the success, because you are now the queen and you're sitting on the throne, I feel like the people who pulled away from you because they said, yeah, that's just too weird. They're just on their own. They're on their own path doing their own thing. I feel like these people now want to reconnect to you because they see you've had success. They see you're sitting on the throne. You look really good. You're beautiful, very sexy, handsome or beautiful. This is feminine or masculine energy. And it feels like people who disconnected from you in the past, I feel like you're attracting them back. Like they're going to want to try and reconnect to you because they see all of your power here, right? They see that you don't really care what they're saying, that you are just going to go out there and teach people how to be tenacious, just like you. And we have the Three of Pentacles here. It does feel like maybe friends disconnected from you here because, you were outshining them, or they felt intimidated by you, or your strength was too much. They didn't like that nobody could control you, that you have your own set of your own set of morals and standards by which you live, and maybe they just were uncomfortable with that. We do have the Five of Cups, and I feel like for some of these connections that you had, it's really sad, but you had to let them go, even though you still love these people, and it was very emotional love, deep love that you had for these people, because that's who you are, right? You're the freaking Queen of Wands. Like, you love everybody, and it feels like the three cups that are poured out here, it feels like that friends. It looks like friends that want to reconnect with you, that disconnected from you. It feels like now they're looking at you as some type of teacher because you've had success in your life. They're looking at you as a queen, and maybe before they didn't see it or refused to see it here. Tell me about the Queen of Wands here. Who's trying to reconnect with the Queen of Wands, please? Somebody who is feeling sad, feeling stuck. Oh boy, that's a lot of stuck energy. Look at this. Yeah, we've got the Nine of Swords. So somebody who is disconnected from you and is feeling terrible about it. It's like they're watching you from a distance. And I won't be surprised if we do see the Page of Swords show up. But it does feel like somebody's watching you from a distance here. In the Eight of Swords, they're stuck in their head. They feel like now they don't know how to reconnect to you. Their hands are tied. They don't see a way out of the Eight of Swords at this time. I feel like they're obsessively thinking about all the things that they lost when they disconnected from you here. We do have the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is like this person can't really see where they're going. There's one ace that's ready to hit the ground. It feels like the Ace of Wands is in your hand here. You hit the ground running. I want to say when everybody poured all of their stuff onto you, here, Sagittarius, carry my burdens. You're the one who's used to carrying everybody else through life. Carry my burdens too. And you allowed that one wand to drop, hit the ground, and you hit the ground running. You're like, nope, I'm not doing that anymore. I'll teach you how I did it from a distance if you want to watch me, but I'm not going to be carrying your burdens any longer here. We do have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Cups, and we do have the Four of Swords. So I want to say that when these people disconnected from you because they're like, Sag is too weird for me, they're on their own path and I'm not following and all of that stuff, I feel like that they now realize that you would have given them reciprocity anyway. You would have shown them the way. You would have shown them the magic, right? You would have taught the magic. You would have shared your resources. You would have showed them how to tap into their potential. And I feel like when people looked at you and said, well, Sag thinks they know everything, now they're going to be a teacher. Yes, you are, because you're sitting on the throne as a queen. Absolutely. So we do have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you were willing to give anybody reciprocity that wanted it, but They didn't want it. I feel like the Seven of Cups is telling me that there was emotional confusion here and that you had to get straight in your head. You had to get it straight in your head about what you wanted for you. So what do you do with these people who want to reconnect, who, you know, it's like a bunch of people now have regrets, maybe not a bunch, maybe a few or maybe one, but somebody has regrets that they didn't keep this friendship and they want to reconnect to you. Tell me about this. We have the Chariot in the reverse. We do have the Star, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. Somebody's planning in the background, Sag. They're planning in the background because they still have hope that maybe they can convince you that they want to be your friend. Now, with the Chariot in the reverse, it tells me that somebody lives at a distance or is feeling distant from you. When it's in the reverse, they're feeling stuck. I don't really know how to get around this boundary that Sag just put up here. I feel like you're holding your wand up, like, no, I'm just going to do my own thing. And if you want to come back around, you go right ahead and come back around. Tell me about the Five of Cups here. Why is there regret here? Somebody's regretting that they didn't carry on with this friendship here. Yeah, that's for sure. They put up their boundaries. For whatever reason, they put up their boundaries. I feel like this person who's having regret about you, about the friendship, about not reconnecting to you, I feel like they are going to connect to you. I feel like there's going to be surprise. There's going to be surprise communication coming in, but I'm supposed to tell you to keep your boundaries, though. Because this person is surprising you with communication doesn't necessarily mean that they've changed. It doesn't necessarily mean that they've changed. It feels like you're in a growth spurt or things are going really well for you. You've got the Ace of Wands across the shoulder here. You've got the Ace of Wands. You've conquered some things. Six of Wands here, that's victory. You've conquered coming back from the fight. You've conquered coming back from the war. And now you're on to victory. And now that's why this person's coming back around. They're like, oh, the Sag really is the person who is the queen, really is the one who is ready to move forward because they have all the tools. Now somebody is seeing you for who you really are, and now they want to come back around. So somebody here is, I feel, going to connect with you this week, Sag, after a long while. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We do have Aquarius energy, Cancer energy. We've got Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy, and then we have more Aries energy. Sag, you've put yourself in a position where people are now admiring you for your tenacity, for the way that you're a little bit different than any other person that they know. And I mean by different that you're exotic and you are beautiful on the outside and the inside, and you're kind and giving and you're tenacious. And I think someone is seeing you for all that you are. Yeah. All right. Let's put that there. Let's talk about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about my Cappy cousins. What's going on for you this week? Your sneak peek for this week, Capricorn. Tell me about what's coming up for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn. This week, sneak peek for this week for Capricorn. Tell me what's going on with Capricorn. We do have the Five of Cups. Okay, there is something here that you're trying to reconcile. And it does feel like you are deep in thought or feelings about something from the past that didn't work out in your favor. It used to be fun. It's not fun anymore. Somebody kept you sitting here, left you sitting here with both cups. Four of Wands here, Capricorn. So it feels like it was either someone you lived with, or it was some sort of a relationship, a coming together of excitement and fun, maybe a bit of stability. It feels like you've been left holding the cups, though. That something didn't work out here and you've been left holding the cups. We do have the Four of Cups in the reverse. Interesting. Just listening. Why, Charlie? I think what you're doing here is that you've decided you can no longer stay in the Five Cups. You can no longer stay in this place of regret of what went on in the past. It's time for you to come out and let people see you. I just heard Diana Ross sing, "I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I want to let it show." So it's like, I feel like you're coming out of a sad place from something that didn't work. Somebody left you with these 2 cups in your hand and they took off. It's no longer, no, the party's over. The 3 cups are poured out. We're no longer having fun. We're no longer together. The 4 of Cups tells me, yeah, you're coming out. You want the world to know. You're going to let it show that you've decided that you're not going to be regretful about this past 4 of Wands. Tell me more about this. We've got the 3 of Wands. We've got the 3 of Cups. 3s, 4s, and 5s here, my friend. There's a progression. 3, 4, 5. You're coming out of something here. I feel like you were waiting for this person. If they left you, I feel like you were waiting for things to come back together. You could have left them, they left you, somebody was left holding the 2 of Cups, whether it's you or them. But it feels like with the 3 of Wands, it's like you were waiting and waiting for this person to come back and say sorry so we could get back to where we were with the 4 of Wands. But I think that you waited a while, like I want to say 5 months, and now I want to say with the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands, that's 7. I feel like you've now got up these really tight boundaries. And it feels like you're now coming out of this. You're coming out of 4 of Cups. You're no longer waiting. You don't care if there's an opportunity missed here, and you're ready to go back out dating again, or you're ready to have fun or be social and be with friends again. But I feel like you were in some sort of an energy of healing because somebody just kind of left you high and dry. And although you waited, this person didn't show up, but now the boundaries you have are so tight that there's no damn way that they're getting back in. Good for you. Good for you. Because sometimes time doesn't heal all wounds, but it sure will teach you about boundaries. That's for sure. It'll teach you about boundaries. We do have the Judgment card. Somebody misjudged you here. You know what I think that they misjudged, Capricorn? Your smarts, your tenacity, your ability to get up and do it yourself, to make something out of nothing. I feel like somebody here misjudged you, but I think they also felt like they undersold you. Like they didn't realize that when the chips are down, Capricorn's just going to get up, just going to brush away the debris and just going to keep going, right? I feel like there is no way that you couldn't keep going, but I feel like somebody thought that you were supposed to like fall on your knees and just be crumbled mess for forever and ever. And I feel like they really misjudged you here. Somebody judged you wrongly. Tell me about the Judgment in the reverse. There's no reconciliation here, by the way. So if there is somebody in the past and you're waiting for them to come back and now you've got these boundaries, there's never going to be reconciliation because now you have a different feel about yourself. You know who you are, right? Now you have more confidence to go out, have fun, accept invitations, maybe go out dating. We do have the World card. You shut that door down. You slammed that door. Oh, I love this energy. Look at that. Look at that. You liberated yourself from the 10 of Cups. So you were in some sort of a relationship, a deeply emotional relationship, but you went ahead and shut the door. You're like, no. And I think this is such a huge monumental thing for you here. This is a huge milestone for you because I feel like I'm talking to someone here who used to be a people pleaser, who is a people pleaser, and you would just wait around until somebody said sorry, you'd let them back in. And I don't think you're doing that anymore. The Queen of Swords is a badass, right? The Queen of Swords is like, no, let me talk to you about what exactly went on here. I wanted the 10 of Cups. I provided the 10 of Cups. And I feel like you were the one who provided the 10 of Cups. I don't think that someone else did that for you. I feel like you were kind of walking around with blinders on. That you were like, because you were working hard, because you were doting on them, because you were bringing the money, the stability, whatever it was. I feel that you felt that everything was fine. But then this person took off. And they broke your heart. And they left you. And it might have surprised you here. We got the Page of Cups. It might have surprised you that they just took off. Yeah. So the Queen of Swords is here. You liberated yourself from the 10 Cups, from some sort of relationship where I feel that you brought all 10 Cups, I'm just going to say. And the World card is here, which tells me that a cycle is closed, that you've learned that lesson. And you know, the World card only shows up when you've learned the lesson. This is freedom. Right? You get to step through to the next portal. This is freedom. You gave it up and you did good. And it was kind of meant to be that this person would undersell you so you could see your own worth. Tell me about the 3 of Cups. What's coming up? That's happy celebration for Capricorn. This week, tell me what's coming up. we've got the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Six of Swords, and we've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So it feels to me like now you're loosening up your boundaries a little bit, because you know that no is no. We've got the Six of Swords here, and it is about disconnecting from the chaos and moving to the calm. And what you're disconnecting from is people pleasing. I feel like your life was really busy giving everyone what they wanted, people from the past, people from the future, but I feel like you've learned to get your balance in your pentacle world. And so you've learned to get your balance, and now you're okay with these boundaries that you had in place here, these boundaries here. I feel like you're okay to go out and date, have fun. I feel like your social life picks up. I want to say that you get more balance in your social life. You've decided to move on from being unstable or barely keeping your stability. And you know that in order to be able to be social with people, you got to loosen your boundaries just a little bit. Look, we give people the benefit of the doubt. At least I do. Maybe you don't, but I give people the benefit of the doubt until they cross over the boundary. And then I back them up and say, look, this is a boundary for me. And if they keep trying to leap the absolute most simple boundary, this is not the person for me. They don't respect me. And I think that's what you're doing, is you're loosening the boundaries, letting them down just a little bit, not feeling so defensive, because you know that no is no. And you're going to just put the boundaries back up if people try and leap your boundaries. I don't think anyone's trying to leap the boundaries of the Queen of Swords, to be honest. There you are. You're the Empress. You have all the lessons that you need here. And you're not just going to give your reciprocity to just anybody, right? We've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. You are standing alone by yourself. You don't really need anybody. And so I feel like you are in the Six of Coins. I don't need to give you reciprocity. I don't need to be your friend, and I actually don't need you in my life. I'm going to make that decision. I'm okay by myself. I really don't need anybody in my life. But if you move at me really, really slow, Knight of Pentacles, if you move at me super slow, maybe we can work something out. But I think you're going to be very super honest with people right from the start. Look, the 10 Pentacles are mine. And if you want an argument about it, I'll give it to you. But I don't really want to do that. I'm just going to be honest with you about the ways that I've been hurt in the past, that I do have some boundaries up, and somebody walked away from me and smashed my self-worth. Now that you are the Empress and you know who you are and you see that you have worth, nobody else is getting past those boundaries. I'm just saying. Wheel of Fortune's coming up in the future. Ooh. Your magic is moving forward, my friend. Whatever it is that you have for talents, capabilities, and resources is going to be on fire coming up in the future. Look, you end up showing up as the King of Pentacles. Stability, solid, grounded, lots of money, money in the bank, you know, like maybe not gobs of money, but you're stable. It is time for things to change, and this is a huge change for you, I feel. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Libra. We've got Taurus here. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got Virgo and Pisces energy. And yeah, there we are. All right, Aquarius. Here we are. This is you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius for this week, please. Tell me about Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for this week. Sneak peek for this week for Aquarius. What's coming up this week? Something that you're going to have to use your intuition about, my friend. I feel like you've been silent with somebody. It could be the Emperor. Look, a whole pile of these fell out. I think we'll just take them as they are. I feel like you have been in silence, worried about silence that you have with somebody here. The Emperor could be your friend. I feel like you look up to the Emperor. I feel like you look up to the Emperor. I feel like the Emperor is someone who has been on your team before. You've been on their team. I feel like it's silent with that person right now, because I think that you're thinking of having some sort of a new beginning here, but it's worrisome. I think that you're really focused on what's too far in the future. I want to say, Aquarius, stop trying to project yourself into the future to see what is there. I feel like your first step is the Fool. The first step is trying to find the stability, the chutzpah, whatever it is. It's like trying to find the courage to free fall here, to let the universe catch you. And I feel like you want to take the leap of faith into something here, but it feels like it would have to move this, it would have to shift this whole thing from friendship to love, because I feel like you really do have feelings for someone here. Now, I want to say for some of you, it's going to shift. It's going to shift. And the Page of Cups is telling me that surprisingly, it does shift. That somebody has affection for you, or you have affection for someone else. I feel like it's someone that you haven't told your feelings to. I think it's the Emperor. The Emperor is Aries, masculine leaning energy, but also has feminine energy. I feel like you're a friend with this person, or maybe this is a workmate, someone that you work with. The Three of Pentacles is here, and it does show that somebody here is looking up to this person, who is possibly the leader, the boss, the person who owns the business. It could be someone who is in the workplace, but we do have people at the bottom of the ladder here who are in competition. I feel like you've turned your back from the competition, and now your focus is on the Emperor. It feels like there is... you want to take this leap of faith, because I feel like you were starting to get feelings for the Emperor, but something that you haven't said, something that you have not said to this person. I want to say that you need to stop looking so far into the future. You need to keep in the now, in the Pentacle energy. You need to stay in this energy here. We do have the World card. We have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So I feel that you're no longer confused about your feelings for the Emperor. You're no longer confused. You're now dropping burdens. I'm just not going to carry these burdens around anymore. Feeling heavily weighed down by having feelings for the Emperor. Now, I don't know why you would feel heavily weighed down by feelings for the Emperor. It could be because it's maybe a no-no. Maybe you guys, maybe this person's your boss. Maybe this person owns the business, and maybe it's a no-no, like coming together in the workplace is maybe a no-no thing. But I feel like you are someone who really looks up to this person. The World card here tells me that you are about to achieve something here. I think that the achievement, or yeah, it feels like you're closing the door on something. I feel like you're at the end of the cycle. It's like you're closing the door on a part of your life that you no longer need. And that's what I mean. You've pulled out of the vibration, and now you're closing the door. And I think what you no longer need is to carry other people's burdens, or to be heavily weighed down by making decisions. So I feel like you're very clear on your decision. And I feel like your decision is that you do have some feelings for the Emperor. Tell me who the Emperor is to Aquarius, please. Tell me about the Emperor. It does feel like somebody that is on your side, on your team. Maybe you work in a place where it's broken up into teams and you're on the Emperor's team. But it feels like there is somebody here who you really do look up to here. This Emperor could also be your father, your grandfather, an older brother. Could be someone who is the ruler of the empire. So maybe they hold down multiple businesses. Maybe you work for them. Maybe you work for them in a family business. Take it as it resonates. But we have the Four of Wands here. I think you want some stability with this person. And I feel like you want to, yeah, you're feeling like relationship vibes here. We have the King of Swords and the Seven of Swords. You want to be honest with this person about the Four of Wands, that you feel very connected to them. Maybe you feel like they're a soulmate, or that you feel like you're getting signs and symbols. 1111, right? I'm thinking about the Four of Wands. That maybe you want to get stability with them and you want to talk about it. And I feel like you're keeping it under the surface. The Seven of Swords is here to tell me, well, the Seven is here and one in the hand of the King. Tells me that there is 8 swords here, that you're stuck in your head. Your hands are tied. You don't know what to do. You're not really sure what to say, but it feels like you do want to be very clear and honest and concise with the Emperor and let them know how you're feeling about them. But I think you're not saying it. The Hermit is here. I think that you are not saying it because of whatever relationship you have to this person. And like I said, they could be, you know, someone who is a boss, or someone who's a father or an older brother, or take the relationship with the Emperor as you will have it. It could be a family member, but it also could be someone that you're romantically interested in. Could be someone who's in your family, though, because the Four of Wands is here. And you know that if you bring whatever up that you're bringing up to this person, whether they are your father or your boss, you know that this person might cut you into ribbons, or you're scared of what their answer might be because the King of Swords is here. You know they're going to be very honest with you. Tell me why you're remaining quiet here, the High Priestess. Why are you remaining quiet, Aquarius? Because you have deep feels for this person. You think that they are your person. So we're going with the love scenario here. And it could be a choice, right? It could be a choice whether you stay or go, whether you stay in this work environment or whether you go. I feel like you've tried to leave before, but you just end up coming back. So it could be, if it is a work environment, maybe you've been promoted before, but then you end up coming back to the department, or you end up coming back face to face with this Emperor. And then we do have the Five of Cups. It's hard for you to work in the environment with this person. It's because you're looking too far into the future. You wish you could take a leap of faith with this person, and you do have a lot of love for them. Maybe it's not love. Maybe it's affection more. I feel like, tell me about this Fool and the Page of Cups here. Because I feel like this Emperor does have feelings for you as well. Oh, they might be deeper than you think. Yeah, it's more of a dream. I want to say that you're dreaming and wishing and hoping that you could take a leap of faith into a long-term relationship with this person, that you have a lot of love for them, that you feel psychically connected to them, that you are emotionally available. Maybe they are, but the heart chakra is open and we want to talk about feelings. I feel like somebody here is about to leave the workplace and go out on their own, whether that's you or the Emperor. Somebody here is about to leave the workplace. They're about to embark on something by themselves. They're wondering if they should go. You know what? Whether it's you that's going to leave the workplace or them, I feel like somebody doesn't want to go because the other one's there. I feel like this person keeps you tethered to the business, or vice versa. Take it as it resonates. It does feel like it's there's a surprise here that's closing a door. What is it? It's transformation, it's moving away, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. One of you is leaving. One of you is leaving this relationship, this workplace. You're leaving the family and going on. Take it as it resonates, but the Wheel of Fortune is telling me what's changing here is somebody is about to move on. So if you are somebody who's fallen in love with someone who's at work, maybe it's your boss, maybe it's your boss's boss, maybe you have deep feelings that you've never expressed here. I feel like there is going to be a change, an ending, and it is what is ending is going to give movement in the Wheel of Fortune here. So we do have the Wheel of Fortune, which is very big changes. It's fated changes. Why? Because it's time for an adventure. So somebody here, I feel, is going to be losing the Emperor, or the Emperor is going to be losing you. Take it as it resonates for you. Bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Cups. There is romance here. Yeah. And you know what? It could be that when one of you leaves the place, maybe there is a reunion. Maybe now you guys can go out and have coffee and have fun and do a little bit of flirting. And you know, maybe there's not a whole lot of clarity about whether or not we're going to settle down together. But I feel like there is going to be, you know, like you're going to be able to pick this person, right? The Seven of Cups being in the reverse tells me there's no more confusion. That once I drop these burdens here, there's no more confusion. So it does feel like that. Although it looks bad, because the Wheel of Fortune is here, right? And when changes come up, changes can look really horrible, awful, going through changes on the surface, but they work out for the way that they're supposed to work out because of divine timing and the fated energy. The Wheel of Fortune is just that. It's fortunate. It looks like shit on the surface, but it's fortunate times. Things have to change, like fall apart, in order for things to fall back together again. And I think that's the situation that you're in right now. We do have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, more Scorpio energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. We've got Gemini again. We've got Aries twice. We've got Piscean energy, Virgo energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Alrighty. Here we go, Pisces. It is you. Last but not least, my two fishes friends. Two fishes in my moon sign. If you're here new and you didn't know that, you might be sick of hearing me saying it by now. But I wouldn't be here doing this job if I wasn't a Pisces moon. That's for sure. Tell me about it. What's going on here for Pisces? Pisces moon energy, please. Tell me what's coming up for this sneak peek for this week for Pisces. Tell me what's coming up for Pisces. Okay, well, it's right there. It is right there. Let's find out what's going on. Here we are. The Ten of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. There are boundaries here. You've created some pretty tough boundaries, and it's because you're coming to the end of cycles. You are coming to a place where you're about to drop your burdens here because there is something coming up that is going to make you happier and happier than happier than any time in your life previous to this. The thing is I feel like you're going to have to let something go, right? Like it feels like you are dropping burdens. Like you've created boundaries with somebody from the past and you're not letting them into your life anymore. It's time for you to drop these burdens that you've carried from creating the boundaries. And we've got 5 cups on one side and 4 on the other. We've got a rainbow in the sky. For my rainbow friends, you just keep being who you are. You will attract what you want if you can just be authentic. You are made beautiful and colorful. So I want to say with the 5 cups here and the 4 cups here, it does feel like it's like you have to go through a period of quiet, mourning, solace. It feels like before you can have whatever it is that you want. But I want to say that the rainbow is here. So when you drop these burdens, the 4 of, we've got rainbow colors here as well, right? When you drop this 10 of wands here, I feel like the rainbow comes out to tell you that you're over the hard stuff. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. So I feel like you have some boundaries up from something that went on in the past and it was making you feel sad, lonely, like you're still carrying the burdens from that. And once you drop the burdens, that's when the 10 of Cups shows up. Because I feel like you're giving up something to call in something greater than you. We do have the 9 of Swords here. So I feel like, yeah, the burdens here, my friend, are that you keep thinking about it. You're obsessively thinking about it. This person might appear in dreams. You can't stop thinking about them. It's an intrusion of the mind, whether you're working, whatever you're doing in the day, and all of a sudden, boom, they're back in your mind and you're feeling bad about building the boundaries. But I want to say that, that this person, whoever you build the boundaries up for, like whatever reason you created the boundaries, was to keep this person out, because I feel like you were sad and worried and, looking too far in the past and too far in the future here. It's time for you to just drop. Finally, it's like the 9 of Swords is here, and you don't want to completely drop the memories of this person. But once you do, look, the 10 of Cups is waiting for you here. All the happiness you've ever wanted is waiting right here. Pardon me. We do have the King of Cups. And so somebody is coming in to make you very happy. And I want to say that this King of Cups is somebody who is very different from anyone else that you've ever had communication or contact with. This King of Cups, you can see, is being thrown to and fro here, right? It's very, those emotions around this person are going kind of crazy, but this king stays on the throne, keeps their stability, doesn't let anybody know that whatever's going on around them is turbulent. This person loves deeply, and I want to say that this person is someone who may not show you their feelings on the surface right away. They are someone who is quite stoic, and they're not going to let you know what's going on below the surface, and whether or not they're dealing with something that's tumultuous or not. But this person, please know, is emotionally available. They're emotionally aware. If you can't keep your emotions in check, if you go off on people the second that they say something you don't like, then you're not the King of Cups. It feels like it's an emotional, like this person is very emotionally responsible. They're emotionally aware. They know the power of their emotions can put people in a place where it's not good. Like I feel like this king has learned to control his or her emotions, because you can't always show everybody everything on the surface. You'll be a hot mess. And I feel like this person has learned that lesson. They are someone who's very different. They're very protective, very deep, very, very deep. This person wants to talk about the sun, moon, and the stars. They don't really care what your cell phone coverage is or why you have such a big house. This person is more interested in feelings. We do have the Knight of Swords. I was asking, right, for this one last sword so you could put this to rest, and here it is. I feel like with the Knight of Swords carrying a sword, adding it to the 9 is the 10. I feel like you are finally going to put down the thoughts of whatever went on in the past. And I really do feel it was significantly impactful for you. And I feel like once you do that, once you decide to speak it out, maybe you're going to see a psychologist, psychiatrist, or maybe talk about it with a friend. I feel like when you do finally put down these swords here and decide that you're never going You're never going to let this person, whoever you put the boundaries up for, they're never going to hurt you again. You've learned a lesson. And I feel like that's when the King of Cups comes in. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy there. Who did you put up these boundaries for? Somebody taught you about boundaries, my friend, and you should be grateful. I'm sure they hurt you and it was terrible and awful because you're laying on this bed of swords here, not being able to get a wink of sleep. But I feel like you should thank that person for teaching you about how to put up your boundaries here. We've got the Temperance card. We've got the Star in the reverse, and then we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, it does feel like you put up these boundaries because you lost hope. You lost hope for stability with somebody in the past here. This person showed you that they weren't going to give you any stability. And I feel like with the Star in the reverse, it's like you started losing hope that you were ever going to get stability, and you were correct. And it was a moment of alchemy. I think that you let somebody go. I think that you cut them loose. You probably told them exactly how you felt about them or how they made you feel. And then you put up these boundaries and you're like, no, we're not doing this anymore. I'm not giving you my energy. I'm not giving you my time. We can't do this anymore. Tell me what happens when you release. Because although the Ten of Swords, and it's not celebratory, it's terrible and awful and horrible. And somebody stuck a knife in your back and it was a terrible ending. It was probably a betrayal. But listen, when you get the Ten of Swords, now you've been released. Now you've been released. You've released them. You've released yourself from them. And in walks the King of Cups. We've got this person still watches you. Yeah, this person still watches you, and they are sad that things with the Empress have come to an end. So if you are the Empress, then I feel like I'm talking about you. But it feels like here, this person is sad that things came to an end. Because now they're on the outside looking in. They're trying to dig up information on you. They want to know who you're dating. What are you doing now? What's going on with you? It's like they're more interested in you now than they ever were. But I feel like that you transformed into the Empress, and screw them. I'm just saying, screw them. Because this person didn't, while they had you in their clutches, they weren't doing anything to keep you. And now that, it's like they know what they've lost because it's gone. Tell me about this King of Cups. Yeah. Salt and pepper, honey there. Whoever they are, feminine or masculine. Somebody here who is really good at weathering the storm, who's really good at keeping stability among things that are going like sideways terribly. We do have the Seven of Cups, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Devil energy. So I feel like this person, I feel like they scare you like outright. They confuse you. They scare you because you've never come up against someone like the King of Cups before. Someone who loves deeply, someone who's very noble. I always see the King of Cups as someone who's very noble. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, someone who always does the right thing, makes choices that are heart over head. I don't want to skip over any of the emotional things. I feel like you feel confused right away. When you meet this person, the Seven of Cups is here, and this person sees your worth immediately. Immediately, Queen of Wands is here. They're attracted to you. They see you have tenacity, that you can do your own thing. You're an individual supporting yourself, and that you're someone who's not codependent. Someone who's not codependent, but right away I feel like you get into the Devil energy. You have doubt. Who's this? Why are they being so kind? Why is this person being so honest with me? And you have memories of having to liberate yourself back here, right? Well, this person knows an Empress when they see them because they are a king. They see the Queen of Wands in you right away. They also see that you're somebody who speaks their mind, and they like that. Tell me more about this person here. Queen comes back out again. Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups. This person's going to be very honest about how they feel, and it's going to be straight up very quickly. I feel like this moves into something super quickly that gets your life super busy and gives you some balance. You're going to be juggling a lot of things. And I think it's in the world of the Pentacles, but I also feel like it's in the mind. You're always going to be going back and forth because of this situation and this person who taught you that you must raise your boundaries so people don't take advantage of you. I feel like you're feeling this with this person. With this person who really means well, they're very noble, they're very upstanding, someone who's available emotionally for you. And I feel like you're ready to to liberate yourself from this romantic situation, because it puts you in a place where you got to juggle a lot of things, and you're thinking like, what if this person leaves me like that person did? And then, you know, here I am juggling things for no reason. Like the devil is here, you know, giving the energy of doubt and fear, and I'm not sure that this can work. What if this person's codependent? Like I feel like it's a bit of worrisome energy, but I think you're going to take the step away anyway. You're going to leap, I feel, because this person is a protector. You know, they're solid when things are going sideways. They're a solid person, and they deal with things in a heartfelt manner. They're not someone who's dealing with you in swords, dealing with you in emotions. So last card's out here, Queen of Cups. There we go. You know that this person is a soulmate, and this is going to move into love. You've now found balance here. You found balance. You have karmic justice going on here. I feel like this person's truthful and honest. This person might even be someone who has a law degree, someone who is a police officer, someone who is very dedicated to giving the honest truth emotionally. Very dedicated to that. And they see that you're someone who has been hurt over and over again. They know that. They feel that about you because they are a psychic energy, but so are you, right? We've got Pisces and Scorpio here. So you are the person who is very connected to someone, not only that you think that they're beautiful, they think that you're beautiful, but this person recognizes that you are good on your own and you don't need them. That person is humble enough to know that. But it does feel like this is a soulmate coming in. The Two of Cups is here. You are finally getting justice in your Two of Cups, my friend. So go at it slowly. Keep those boundaries high until you know this person is who they say they are. We do have the Seven of Pentacles. It's been a long while since you've had somebody this wonderful show up. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much, Pisces, for being here and watching. I appreciate you, my two fishes friends. I'm going to go for now. I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.